Imagine standing at the edge of a vast, starry expanse, where the boundaries between the physical and the unseen blur into a shimmering veil. Here, in this liminal space, there exists a thread, thin as a whisper, yet unbreakable as destiny itself. This is the silver cord, the invisible tether that binds your mortal form to the infinite essence of who you truly are. It is not a metaphor, not a fleeting idea, but a living, pulsating bridge between worlds, woven from the very fabric of existence. From the moment you took your first breath, this cord has been your silent companion, a lifeline connecting you to the divine. It is the echo of eternity within your chest, the whisper of the cosmos in your veins. While your hands grasp the tangible, your soul dances in realms beyond sight, always anchored by this luminous thread. Across cultures, across time, mystics and sages have spoken of it in hushed reverence, a sacred secret passed down through dreams, near-death experiences, and the quiet moments when the veil between worlds grows thin. In the ancient Hebrew texts, Ecclesiastes speaks of the day when the silver cord is severed and the golden bowl is broken. These words are not mere poetry, they are a map to understanding the very nature of life and death. The silver cord is the thread that holds the pendulum of your existence, swinging between the physical and the spiritual, between the temporary and the eternal. When it remains intact, life flows. When it dissolves, the journey here concludes, and the soul returns to its source. The esoteric schools of Egypt knew this well. They spoke of the Ka, the ethereal double of the self, which could wander beyond the body, tethered always by this invisible bond. To lose this connection was to be lost forever in the void. In the Vedic traditions of India, it is called the Sutratma, the thread of the soul, a radiant channel through which prana, the vital life force, flows. Even among the shamans of the Americas and Oceania, the stories align, a rope of light, a bridge of shimmering energy, keeping the traveler safe as they navigate the unseen. These are not fragmented myths but pieces of a universal puzzle, each culture glimpsing the same truth from a different angle. The silver cord is the proof that we are not merely flesh and bone, but travelers straddling two realms, our feet planted in the earthly while our spirits reach for the stars. It is the ultimate reassurance that we are never truly alone, never truly disconnected. Even in the deepest slumber, when the body rests and the mind drifts, this cord hums with life, a silent guardian ensuring our safe return. Some say that in moments of profound meditation or sudden epiphany, you can almost feel it, a delicate thrumming at the base of your being, a resonance that defies logic. Others describe it as a golden silver strand glimpsed in the periphery of vision during out-of-body experiences, a fleeting confirmation of something far greater than the mundane. And then there are those who, in the throes of near-death encounters, speak of being pulled back into their bodies by an unbreakable thread, a lifeline woven from pure light. Perhaps the most hauntingly beautiful aspect of the silver cord is its duality. Both fragile and indestructible, both fleeting and eternal, it is the paradox of human existence itself. We are bound to the earth, yet we are infinite. We are finite beings with an immortal spark, and this cord is the bridge between those two truths. It is the reason a mother can sense her child's distress across continents, the reason lovers sometimes share dreams, the reason the dying often speak to those who have passed long before them in their final moments. And so, the next time you find yourself staring into the night sky, feeling both insignificantly small and impossibly vast, remember, you are held. You are connected. Somewhere beyond sight, beyond touch, there is a thread of light that ties you to everything that ever was and ever will be. It is your anchor, your guide, and your silent companion on this journey between worlds. Those who have brushed against the edges of death often return with tales of this cord, a luminous strand, sometimes delicate as a spider's silk, other times radiant as a beam of moonlight. It pulses with a rhythm all its own, a current of liquid light connecting the physical heart or head to the astral body. It is not static, but alive, a river of energy carrying the very essence of existence. Some describe it as a living filament, glowing with an otherworldly hue, silver, gold, or even pearlescent, shifting like the surface of a sunlit sea. Think of it as the diver's lifeline. Your body is the boat, floating on the surface of the material world, while your consciousness is the diver, exploring the depths of the unseen. The silver cord is your oxygen hose, your guiding thread back home. No matter how far you venture, it remains, unbroken and unwavering. The ancients taught that this cord cannot be severed prematurely. No human hand, no force of will can cut it before its time. It is the universe's guarantee, a sacred contract that holds fast until the soul's work here is done. But the silver cord is more than a safety mechanism. It is a conduit of wisdom, a two-way stream where energy and experience flow between the physical and the spiritual. Every intuition, every inexplicable knowing, every dream that lingers upon waking, these are whispers traveling along this thread. Some seers claim it vibrates with the very code of our destiny, a luminous script etched with the purpose of our incarnation. In moments of profound peace or love, the cord expands, its light intensifying, while fear or turmoil may cause it to contract, its energy growing strained. To honor the silver cord is to honor life itself. It begins with energetic hygiene, clearing the residue of dense emotions, much like washing the body of its impurities. Meditation, baths in salt water, walks in nature, these are not mere rituals but acts of reverence for this sacred connection. Emotional serenity is another key, for the cord responds to our inner state like a string to a musician's touch. Cultivate gratitude, breathe with intention, and the cord hums in harmony. Sleep, too, becomes a sacred dialogue. As the astral body drifts in the dreamscape, the silver cord stretches but never breaks. Those sudden jolts upon waking, that is the cord's gentle pull, realigning the subtle with the physical. And just as we nourish the body with clean food and rest, we nourish the cord by tending to our spiritual roots, prayer, mindfulness, the quiet recognition that we are souls wearing skin, not the other way around. But above all, the silver cord teaches us that life and death are not opposites. They are rooms in the same house, and this cord is the hallway between them. To fear death is to forget that the cord exists, to forget that we are forever held by something greater. When the time comes, the release is not an end, but a homecoming, the cord dissolving like a morning mist as the soul steps into the light. So tonight, as you close your eyes, pause for a moment. Feel the weight of your body, the rise and fall of your breath, and know that just beneath the surface, a thread of silver light stretches into the infinite. It has been with you since the beginning, and it will remain until the journey is complete. You are not a stranger in this world. You are a traveler, a seeker, forever connected, forever guided, forever home. This is the mystery of the silver cord, not just a concept, but a living truth. Carry it with you not as a curiosity, but as a compass. For in understanding this thread, you understand the very nature of your existence, boundless, eternal, and woven into the fabric of the cosmos itself. There comes a moment in every life, perhaps in the stillness before dawn or in the breath between heartbeats, when the veil trembles and we sense it. An unshakable knowing that we are more than what the eyes can see. The silver cord is that knowing made manifest. It is the quiet pulse beneath the noise of the world, the golden thread in the tapestry of existence that reminds us, even in our darkest hours, that we are never severed from the source. To explore the silver cord is to embark on the most intimate of pilgrimages, one that leads not outward but inward, into the depths of your own being. Close your eyes and imagine, just for a moment, that you could trace this thread with your fingertips. Where would it take you? To the heart of your earliest memory? To the edges of dreams you've long forgotten? Or further still, to the place where all souls begin and return? Perhaps the cord is not merely a tether, but a teacher. It shows us that separation is an illusion, that every soul is a star connected by filaments of light, part of a vast and shimmering web. When we touch the truth of the silver cord, we touch the truth of our own divinity, the unbroken line between the human and the holy, the mortal and the infinite. And so as you move through your days, remember, you are never truly lost. You are never truly alone. Somewhere beyond sight, beyond time, there is a thread of light that knows your name, that remembers your origin, and that will, when the moment comes, guide you gently home. The mystics speak of it as a living library, a filament of light encoded with the story of your soul. Every triumph, every sorrow, every fleeting joy leaves its imprint here, vibrating along the cord like notes in a celestial symphony. Some say that in the moments before death, when the cord thins to a wisp of silver, the soul reviews this entire record, not as a judge, but as a witness, understanding at last the purpose behind every twist and turn. But you need not wait for death to glimpse this truth. In the hushed space between waking and sleep, in the sudden clarity of a déjà vu, or in the inexplicable pull toward a stranger who feels like home, the cord speaks. It is the hand on your shoulder when you're alone, the whisper in the wind that carries your name. It is the reason you sometimes look at the stars and feel an ache so deep it borders on recognition, as if you're remembering a place you've never been. Modern science, for all its brilliance, has yet to map this terrain, but the ancients needed no microscopes to confirm what they knew in their bones, that the body is a temporary vessel, and the silver cord is the anchor that keeps it from drifting into the abyss. In Tibetan Buddhism, they call it the rainbow body, the luminous bridge that dissolves at the moment of enlightenment, leaving no physical trace behind. The Kabbalists describe it as the tzinor, the pipeline through which divine light flows into creation. Even in the stark rationality of the 21st century, near-death experiencers recount identical visions: a tunnel, a thread, a pull toward a light that feels like love incarnate. What does this mean for you here and now? It means that every choice you make, every thought you nurture, sends ripples along this cord, shaping not only your life, but the very fabric of your soul's journey. Anger, fear, resentment, these are knots in the thread, tangling the flow of energy. But love, compassion, forgiveness, they are the hands that smooth the way, restoring the cord's natural radiance. This is why the practices matter, not as empty rituals, but as acts of alignment. When you meditate, you are not just calming the mind, you are polishing the lens through which the cord's light shines. When you walk barefoot on the earth, you are grounding not just your body, but the very current that connects you to the cosmos. Even the food you eat, the words you speak, the company you keep, all of them leave their imprint on this delicate strand, strengthening or straining its glow. And what of those moments when the cord seems to hum with urgency? The dream that wakes you gasping, the premonition that saves you from harm, the sudden knowing that defies logic, these are not accidents. They are the cord's way of tugging at your sleeve, reminding you that you are part of a conversation far grander than the one happening on the surface of your life. To ignore these whispers is to live half asleep. To heed them is to step into the full majesty of your existence. Perhaps the most profound truth the silver cord reveals is this: death is not the opposite of life, but its culmination. When the cord finally releases, not in rupture but in sacred surrender, it is not an end but a homecoming. The soul, like a drop of water, returns to the ocean, carrying with it all the wisdom gathered along the way. And what remains? The love you gave, the lives you touched, the light you added to the world. These are the echoes that linger, the proof that the cord was never just a thread, but a lifeline woven into the very heart of the universe. So tonight, as you lie in the quiet dark, place one hand on your chest and the other on the earth beneath you. Feel the pulse that connects them, the steady, silent thrum of the silver cord. It has been with you since the first breath, and it will guide you beyond the last. You are not lost, you are not alone, you are held always by the thread that binds all things. And when the dawn comes, carry this knowing with you, that to live consciously, to love fiercely, to walk with reverence for this invisible bond, this is how you honor the cord. Not with grand gestures, but with the quiet certainty that every step you take is both a journey and a return, a leaving and a coming home all at once. For in the end, the silver cord is not just your connection to the divine, it is the divine itself, reaching back for you. The unseen symphony of the soul. There is a music to this cord, a frequency that hums just beyond ordinary hearing. In moments of deep stillness, when the world falls away and you are left with nothing but the rhythm of your own being, you might sense it, a vibration so subtle it feels like the universe breathing through you. This is the song of the silver cord, the melody of your soul's journey through time. Some say that when two souls meet and recognize one another across lifetimes, it is because their cords have brushed against each other before, leaving an imprint that time cannot erase. This is why certain faces feel familiar, why some places stir a longing you cannot name. The cord remembers what the mind forgets, and in those rare, luminous moments, it sings to you of connections that transcend the boundaries of a single life. Even in solitude, you are never truly separate. The silver cord weaves you into a web of light that stretches across the cosmos, connecting you to every other soul, to the trees, the stars, the very fabric of existence. When you feel the ache of loneliness, it is not because you are disconnected, but because you have momentarily forgotten the truth that you are part of something vast, something eternal, something that hums with the music of 1,000 threads singing in harmony. And so as you move through your days, remember this: the silver cord is both your anchor and your wings. It roots you to the earth even as it lifts you toward the infinite. It is the silent witness to your joys and sorrows, the unseen hand that guides you home. To know it is to know yourself, not as a solitary being, but as a note in the grand symphony of light, a thread in the tapestry of the divine. And when the time comes to let go, you will find that the cord does not break. It simply unravels into the light from which it came, carrying you back to the source, back to the beginning, back to the love that has held you all along.